Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are an old friend, then welcome back. So it's been a while since we played Scrabble. So let's see what message Spirit has for us. All right. We do this every once in a while if you're new to the channel. Pull some tiles, see what we can make out of it. You know, I'm human, so I make mistakes. So if I miss anything, any messages, any words, please go ahead and put them in the comments. Feel free. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes depending on the message, okay, we have keto. Somebody might be on a diet. A low carb diet too. Okay. So sometimes depending on the messages that we get, I may or may not pull cards in addition. But I think if I do, maybe I'll do a separate video for that. Okay, so as in reap what you sow, right? Let's see, do we have a P anywhere in here? The DOD, Department of Defense, doctor, heart doctor, ton, B, brag, somebody bragging, all right, so these blank tiles that I have put stuff on are like wild cards, right? So they could be anything. So we have reap, you reap what you sow. We also have RIP as well, if we are using that as a P. We have a R, IP, rest in peace, reap what you sow. Well, that's a message, huh? It's actually a message that we've been getting a lot in the cards, and now it's you know, confirming here. So this could be dad, also DAD, dad, reap what you sow, dad. Let's see. Straight on to the other side. Z, maybe something to do with China. Got a lot going on with China lately. All right. Did. Oh. Diddy. And look, Dr. Dre. I don't know a whole lot about that, but I'm just saying it's there, okay? I don't know, it's got something to do with it, all right? Dr. Dre says you reap what you sow, Diddy, okay? That's there, okay? Also, we said if we're using this as a P, we just say P Diddy, okay? mean, I hate to say it, but, you know, sometimes these Scrabble tile messages get a little bit dark. And we have R-A-P. Well, I guess it's not looking good for Diddy if he goes to jail. That's all I gotta say. Because people are already known to get RAP'd in jail. And looks like, given the circumstances, no one's more deserving of that. Reaping what you've sown than Diddy, I guess, at the moment. Rat on. Rat on. Oh, I did rat on. I did rat on. I did rat on. Maybe Dr. Dre ratted on Diddy, and then they killed him for it, rather than bring him to justice. Rag. Bullshit. Sit. Sit. Sit down. On. Rags. There we go. I'm just gonna put them here because it's showing up. Bree, Brit, Brat, we have a writ, like a writ of habeas corpus. I don't know, something legal here. Dawns. Toe. You know, like toe tag. Rig. Rig Don's rats. That could be dissociative identity disorder. IG, internal investigation. Wrong. Doings. Wrongdoings. Rats. So we definitely have an energy of like, you know, people ratting on each other, the truth coming out, investigations, and people finally being brought to justice. All right. Trade. Who's that? Z. Z trade. Trade wars. Whatever's going on with that, I don't know. It's in the energy though. To trade wrongdoings. To trade wrongdoings. Reap. Right? There's that reap energy again. Reap. To trade wrongdoings. Wrongdoings to trade. Okay. Wrongdoings to trade. Reap. Okay. Well, that's an interesting message to get. To trade, wrongdoings to trade and reap. So we have had this come out in the cards a lot lately as well, about like, you know, well, not necessarily on this channel. Yes, on this channel, but more so other channels, but it's there in the energy and I acknowledge it. At least I try to sometimes when I see it come out in the energy, but I try not to focus so much on that. But there's definitely that energy of like a destiny swapping. Okay. So trying to trade like destinies, trying to trade situations, trying to trade up, trying to trade places, trade souls, trade destinies. And it's wrong, right? Okay. So it's a wrongdoing to try to do that. Okay. And it's here in the energy and the reap what you sow. So it's like, this is like backfire time. Kids. Okay. Brat. I'm getting here too that like, okay, so in my situation, and this may apply to some of you as well, you know, you may have been called a brat as a child, labeled a brat, basically judged as a brat, which you may or may not have been as a child, but let's say that, you know, pretty much all children are innocent and shouldn't really be judged. Right? But it's like you were labeled, you were marked, okay, in a bad way as a child, and I feel like it followed you into adulthood because certain people in your life, they only wanted people to see you as a brat, maybe in an attempt to try to trade places with you because they knew that you weren't, but they called you that because they wanted people, it was like a projection, right? They wanted people to see you that way when really you know, maybe you were really like down to earth, sweet, kind, loving, caring kid who tried really hard to like control yourself and not be a brat. I don't know. Kids, brat, reap. So it's kind of like you're gonna reap what you sow too when you call kids a brat, okay? Especially if you are an adult, right? Saying that a kid is acting like a brat when maybe you're an adult that acts no better than a child, okay? And could be trying to trade places. So this could be like a parent, okay, who tried to trade places with their child by putting them down, by calling them a brat, by labeling them, by judging them, by trying to project onto them and get other people to see them in this negative light. Like I said, in order to try to trade places with them in some way, to trade destinies. We did have, you know, dad come out, so could be a father, could be a sibling as well. RX. Okay, prescription. IRX. We had doctor come out too, so Doctor RX. So it could involve a doctor who prescribes medication in some way. Okay, I'm getting to as well that maybe they, at some point, maybe they tried to get you onto medication as a child. Okay. Wrongfully so, like maybe to try to make it seem like you were the problem, right? They wanted to get you on medication or get kids on medication. And this is starting to come back to like bite them in the ass, okay? Maybe, okay, there's an energy of someone, okay, getting prescriptions for their kids in order to trade. They want to get prescriptions to trade. Maybe maybe China has something to do with trading prescriptions as well. Maybe, well, I think a lot of our medications actually come from China, are made in China, or at least the ingredients, a lot of them come from China. So it's like, I don't know, something there. I don't know about prescriptions and trade with the trade war, something going on there. Yeah, we do have war here as well. War. So there's that trade war. REO. I can't remember what it stands for, but I'm seeing it for a reason. REO. Toward. Shit. Tower. A tower for wrongdoings. Okay. The reap what you sow. People are getting back. Okay. The negative energy that they sent out, especially towards kids Trade Tower. Trade Towers, that's 9/11. And reap what you sow. Trade Towers. Rats. Wrongdoings. Oh, the truth is coming out. Looks like truth is coming out about 9/11 as well. All right, so all this stuff's in the energy. So the RAP of Children by P. Diddy, the trade towers, trade wars, something about prescriptions in China, and all kinds of wrongdoings, right? Tower, it's all coming out. It's all coming out and it's all coming down. Ron, Don, Red. TBD. Like to be determined. So maybe there's a lot here. Era. Maybe there's a lot, right, still yet to be determined in this new era that we have coming. We do have new as well. So new era, TBD, to be determined. So it's like we're still manifesting, right? Okay. And also it's like depends. What's going to happen in the new era depends a lot on what is currently coming out and what's going to come out and what's going to happen. Drag. About a lot of these wrongdoings, okay, that have been going on. Okay, so also we have, all right, we have like the RIP if we're using the heart SP, right? We have the RIP, or even, we don't even have to use that. We can just say drag kids down. Okay. Drag kids down. Drag kids down. Or you can even say tears. Drag kids down to tears. Or just to tear kids down, drag kids down. It's like that it's like that era is over, okay? Of dragging kids down, of tearing kids down. 6. Yeah, 6. Yeah, of dragging kids down, tearing kids down. You know, mentally, emotionally, physically, you know, it's like that's something that like we're leaving in the past, okay? One of the things that we're going to be fixing, moving on, and manifesting moving forward is healing from that kind of stuff, okay? And people who did this or do this, right, they're getting, you know, reaped, basically. They're getting what's coming to them. What's long overdue in some cases. Brett? Okay, well, own, near, okay, well, I don't know what more there is that I can make out of all this, but I feel like that's a lot, so I guess we'll leave it here. And I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope it's entertained you for a few moments in time. Maybe Sagittarius is involved in this some way. But anyway, it's sad. Yes, it's very sad, right? Like sad. Sad. Row. Okay, anyway. Oh, and they're sober. Sober. Okay, all right. Sorry, get distracted. Okay, so I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time. And I hope that you'll come back, maybe like, share, and subscribe. I'm getting sorrow as well. Okay. All right, so Toby, too. NDE, near-death experience. Ugh, come on, man. I thought we were done. I like, these can drag on, right? Okay. So like I said, ideas. Okay. If you can come up with anything else, if I missed anything, if you see anything else here, please feel free to put it in the comments. And I will catch up with you again soon. Bye.